Uganda receives rain for 9 months a year, and it is hot to the maximum of 26 degrees 1 month, and that's December. And Uganda is neighbored by Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, Democratic Republic of Congo, South Sudan. And for the past decade, Uganda has pursued a very peaceful relations with her neighbors. Uganda has helped to settle the big Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo in the 1990s. Uganda has sent her troops to the Central African Republic. Till now, we have our troops in the Central African Republic. Uganda is having a joint operation in Somalia with the AMISOM. But of course, Uganda having the largest army soldiers in the Somalia. Uganda helped in the stabilizing of South Sudan. In the Great Lakes countries, Uganda has done so many things to make peace in the region, because in politics we say a peaceful neighbor is a tool to your development. The president of Uganda is His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Since 1986, he's still our president, and most of the Ugandans, 62% of Ugandans, as per the last elections, voted in for him, so he's having the majority. And Uganda is a country which speaks English as a national language and the unofficial language. Trying to adopt Kiswahili, but Ugandans are dull in learning Kiswahili, but we shall, because of the East African Confederation, the East African community. Uganda got her independence in 1962 from the British on 9th October, and I'm happy that in a month's time we are going to be celebrating our independence. When you talk about the geography of Uganda, Uganda is drained by two major rivers. We have River Nile and River Katonga. They drain the country. When you are talking about the drainage partners in the country, you can't forget the world's longest river, the Nile, and then you talk about the Lake Victoria, Lake Choga, Lake Albert, Lake Edward, Lake Bisina, Lake Wamala, Lake Kunyonyi. I mean, so many lakes in Uganda. And when you talk about mountains, there are mountains like Mount Rwenzori. In fact, it's called the Rwenzori Ranges because it is having so many ranges, it's having so many peaks. But the highest is the Margarita. The Margarita is the highest peak on the Mount Rwenzori, and Rwenzori is a snow-capped mountain. It has snow on its summit 12 months a year, and it is fun. People are doing gorilla trekking on the slopes of Mount Rwenzori. We have more than 10 national game parks. We have the Chidepo, we have the Queen Elizabeth, we have the Maxon Falls, we have Davunyonyi, we have so many national parks. So you people today who want to go and see the natural sceneries, the flora and fauna, you can't miss going to Uganda. Rafting in Jinja on the Owen Falls Dam, Bujagali. If you want hot spring, we have Chitagata hot spring. Yeah, Uganda is a good country, so you can go and start visiting it. It's a country with only 34 million people as per the last national census, most of whom are women. Uganda's leading religion is Christianity. The next is Islam. But unlike other countries, Uganda is not defined by religion. Uganda is not identified with their religion, no. Both Muslims and Christians, they live together. They are intermarriages. They respect. People may ask, what is the fact? What is the point behind that? What is the method? Why Ugandans don't see different religious sects as levels to their religion, or their particular religious sect in this case? Before we become religious, we are Ugandan. Before a Ugandan becomes Christian, he or she is Ugandan, and it cuts across all the religions. The supreme onto our heart is not a religion. The supreme onto our heart is the country, the love we have towards our country. The patriotic feeling we have when someone mentions Uganda. The black, yellow, and red flag of Uganda is what makes Ugandans be more affiliated to the country than to the region, because there shouldn't be fighting based on religious differences. Because for sure, before someone is Muslim or Christian, he or she is Ugandan. So Ugandans, we should not take matters of religion to the extent that you can kill your own brother, be it that person from north, be it that person from eastern, central or west. We must love each other. We must work towards developing our country. I tell you, no one is going to come from India, no one is going to come from China, no one is going to come from America to invest in nationalism. We must be nationalistic. We must love each other. We must like others to prosper. We must give them chance. You should not kill someone. You should not beat someone because he's much wealthier than you. No. Things are done by God, and we just need to appreciate whichever thing we have. And for Ugandans, Uganda is a beautiful country, one of the most peaceful countries in the world. Yeah, in the last decade we had the LRA rebels led by Lord Resistance Commander Connie, and thanks to the UPDF, we fought, and yeah, Uganda is now peaceful. From north to east, west and central, plus south, we don't have any political insurgency in the country. Look, we must focus our attention on loving the country. You can go outside to make some money, but you'll be Uganda. Don't talk bad against Uganda. Maybe you may be having problems with the current government, but the current government is not Uganda. They found Uganda, they will leave. So, my humble request to every person, to every Ugandan, teach your children the norms and cultures of Uganda. Teach your children the national anthem. There are 3 stanzas of national anthem. There are so many Ugandans out there who can't sing the national anthem. Let us teach each other the national anthem. Together we shall stand. Let us know the national anthem by our fingertips. Let us be ready to fight for our country. We should not leave the Uganda People's Defense Forces to fight for us. Yeah, constitutionally they must fight for us. They must keep our borders. And they have done it perfectly. No one can dispute this. But we are the primary keepers, we are the primary custodians, we are the primary guardians of our national borders. Fellow youth, brothers and sisters, don't get involved in any particular act of resistance to the current government. Support your government, support the president, even if you don't love him, or you do not vote for him, but they voted. Respect the majority. That is democracy. Democracy is majority over the minority. So please, there will be the political leaders who will come with sweet words. Let's go and fight against this regime. Don't accept. Nothing is won by war. You have so many examples. You have the Arab Spring. It started as a joke in Egypt. It cut across almost every Arabic speaking countries, and it is now supreme. It is now going on in Syria. So many people are dying. So think of that. Think of your brothers. Think of your sisters, and even you political leaders. Don't lead our country into temptations. Don't lead citizens to acts of evil, to unconstitutional acts. read the constitution, understand it, then do things within the framework of the constitution. Sometimes you may hate someone, but before you hate someone, before you hate President Museveni, before you hate Besigye, before you hate Robert Mao, think of the country, think of Uganda as a country. Nothing binds us together as that country. You saw last weekend when the Uganda Cranes was playing, you saw it. You saw how together we can be. No fighting, no color affiliations, no political parties. We are just Uganda. Before you become NRM, you are Ugandan. Before you become FDC, you are Ugandan. Before you become UPC, before you become any party, you are Ugandan. So let us love our country. Let us do everything for our country. And our political leaders, let us start working for the generation. Don't think of your family, don't think of your friends, don't think of anyone. Think of your country, Uganda. If you love your country, then you do everything for the country, for Uganda. I don't think it's good for you to think of your family before the country. I don't think it's in order for someone to think that I must go and do this and this just for the benefit of my family when it is going to ruin the country. No, that's not the way. We must be statesmen. So let's be together. Let's do things in line with the Constitution. Let us respect the Constitution. I salute everyone who is fighting for the love, for the benefit of Uganda. Not his own benefit, for the benefit of Uganda. Some people, we have this, because of corruption or because of different things, now people have lost their affiliation, their affection, their nationalism towards our country. But it is our country, Uganda. We must do everything for Uganda. For God and my country. It's our motto. And in the last stanza of the national anthem, there is somewhere where we say that we shall work hard to maintain the power of Africa's pride. So let us do things in the framework of those things. For God and my country. It's our motto. It's very clear, short and clear. For God and my country. And when you go and look at the national anthem, we say, we give everything we have for the country. We shall fight for everything to maintain the power of Africa's pride. Yeah. Now, to every Ugandan who is in diaspora, every Ugandan who is in the outside countries, as we call it, Teach your children our norms. Teach your children our culture. Teach the children our national anthems, our everything. She's Ugandan, he's Ugandan, you are Ugandan. Don't in any way deceive yourself that you are not Ugandan. Maybe you may be having a white girl or white husband, but you are Ugandan. You are cheating the country. We have already set principles. Girls kneel before the elders. But now when we come to outside the countries, we tend to forget those norms. We call them outdated. Uganda.com. No, there is no tele.com nga tulina magezi. I mean, we must be Ugandan. Tulina okwagala ensi yaffe. It begins with you. It begins with me. If we believe, it is possible.